This
What is going on, guys? Hey, you see that new intro? So anyways, if you don't know, from any subscribers who just recently subscribed to me probably the past few months, I'm kind of was known as the YouTuber for Battlin Boxers. While it was never blatantly said, and it's not something to really want to be known about, I was kind of like the Battlin Boxer guy. I like Battlin Boxers, so that was an interesting deck. But it's been about a year since I posted Battlin Boxers because they're not really relevant. It's not like they were really relevant before anyhow, but they're really not relevant now. So I felt like, screw it. Let's try to make this deck work so I can show it off to you guys. This deck used to be a little bit better when there's 3 rotos, but then rotos got taken away. So let me talk to you what I've done to kind of fix the deck sort of for this current format. So, playing 2 headgear. If you don't know what headgear do, it lets you pitch Battlin Boxer. Glassjaw, if you send to the graveyard, you can add a Battlin Boxer monster. Spar lets you special summon him from your hand if you control a Battlin Boxer monster, but you can't connect to battle phase, but you can do it main phase too, and still conduct your battle phase. Switch Hitter is like your main engine. You get to special summon Battlin Boxer monster from your graveyard when he's normal summoned, except that you can't special summon any of the monsters except Battlin Boxer monsters, which is kind of kind of sucks, but he is your main engine and you like to abuse him. Now, Veal was a good card that was added because it gives you some defensive strategy, hand trap-ish, and lets you be able to get a special summon from it. So if you get, say you're at 8,000 life points and you get attacked for like 3,000, you can gain that 3,000 back, and then you get to special summon him, and then be able to utilize him next turn for like an XC summon. The only downside is if you're down to 3,000 life points and you get attacked for 3,000, it's not like it negates the attack and you automatically gain those life points. I'm pretty sure you lose first before you gain them. You have to lose before you gain. Could be wrong. I haven't actually had any instances where I'm getting attacked and about to lose and then special summon Veal. So until I have that instance, I'm not sure how it exactly works in the game mechanic, but I'm pretty sure you lose first. Shadow, I'm only playing 1 Shadow simply because I don't think he's that great. You can detach from Lead Yoke, which is good because if you detach from Lead Yoke to special summon him, Lead Yoke gains 800 attack and then you get the special summon. But most of the time you're trying to make an Xyz summon, not play off an Xyz summon you already have, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm only playing the 1 Shadow. 2 Pod Duality. I've already talked about this card, Pod Duality, before, and how I find it pretty slow now. But you have to play it because Rota's gone and you need some sort of consistency. You need to be able to dig through your deck and find your key cards. So I'm not going to play 3 of them because I feel like 3 is way too cloggy and too slow, but 2 of them is enough for setup and to try to figure out some plays along with everything else you have going on your deck. Now, some people are probably thinking, why the 3 Smashing Ground? I've been digging the Smashing Ground, not in like every deck, but in this specific deck, because to get around problem monsters that can't be targeted, because Smashing Ground doesn't target. Now, you might be wondering, why don't you play Dark Hole? Well, I don't want to play Dark Hole because sometimes I don't want my monsters to be destroyed when I'm trying to do these plays. So, while you could probably play 2 Dark Hole and then get rid of the other Smashing Ground and add something like an Upstart or something, I've been digging the 3 Smashing Ground, but once again, decks, everybody has their own version of deck, so this is up for your interpretation. But I've been digging the 3 Smashing Ground to get rid of problem cards. 1 Foolish Burial to send Glassjaw to the grave, a Rhoda because I can only play 1 and you need 1. 1 Day, so I know a lot of people don't like 1 Day, I personally do, but it's if you play it right, it's giving your opponent a draw is sometimes beneficial if you're trying to stall. But you could take out 1 Day apiece. Put an Upstart instead if you like the rest of the deck. 1 Raigeki, 2 Twin Twisters, an Instant Fusion, 3 Warrior Returning Alive. So I'm going to explain a Warrior Returning Alive. I've explained this in every Battle Boxer deck. So some people play Battle Boxer Spirits, which mills off a card when you play Spirits, and then you get to special summon a Battle Boxer monster from your graveyard. Warrior Returning Alive lets you target a warrior monster in your graveyard, bring it back. The reason why I like Warrior Returning Alive because so when I use Spirits, not only do I mill a card, I get to special summon 1 monster. Just 1. Warrior Returning Alive, I can add Switch Hitter, and abuse him and get Switch Hitter let me use Glassjaw's effect. So I can special summon Glassjaw, but I can special summon any Battle Boxer monster. So for 1 card, I'm getting 2 cards instead of Spirits, where I'm only getting 1. So that's what I like about it, and also Spirits mills, and I'm not playing the Counter Trap variant of this, so I'm not Counter Trap, the Counter Punch Trap, so I don't want to mill any cards, so Battle Boxer Spirits, I'd rather not play. I'd rather play Warrior Return Alive, but that is just me. I feel like it works a lot better. Oh, sorry, my throat's scratchy. So for traps, played a Torrential, a Compulse, a Bottomless, 2 Solemn Warning, 2 Solemn Strikes. I feel like 3 Solemn Strikes, I've said this before, is too many. I don't want to take that much life point damage, but Solemn Strike is really good, I will admit. But hey, if you want to play 3, go play 3. Vanities, and then I'm playing 1 Burying or Quaking, Mirror Force, whatever freaking Dev Pro fixes up. Now this is a card I want to explain that I've added that has helped with this deck consistency. So, the problem that you have with this deck is you can use resources pretty quick with pitching cards and special summon them. Now, yes, you can use Glassjaw's effect to keep getting Switcher in your hand to abuse him further, but sometimes you need more resources, and resources can kind of go away pretty quick. But Jar of Avarice lets me bring back, oh hey, I want to bring back 2 Warrior Returning to Lives, and then I want to bring back Spar and Headgear, or bring back my Veals back to my graveyard. I mean, back in my deck. I can shuffle it and I get to draw 1. Also, I can re-abuse my 1 day and stuff like that. It's very good in getting cards back in your deck that you need, but preferably traps, along with, see, like, 2 of them, I'd probably do first trap cards in the beginning of the game, and then later on, end game, if I drew into another one and I was able to use it, I'd utilize it to put a lot of my monsters back in my deck. But also it can help to get Lead Yoke back into the extra deck. Because if you can target 5 cards and then put them in the extra, like 3 cards, put them in the extra deck, then put 2 cards into your deck, shuffle it, and you get a draw 1. And chances of you drawing one of those 2 cards in your deck, not high. So 2 Jar of Avarice, some people might disagree that only play 1 or none at all, but it's been working out for me. So once again, that is up to you what you'd like to pick. Extra deck, I'm playing the other entity. Northern Cowboy Dweller, Emerald, Maystroke, because Maystroke I still dig once in a while. I would not put this in every deck, but I like this. 3 Lead Yoke, 1 of the Nova Kaiser, 2 101, 2 Castells, and 2 Rebellion Dragons. Are there other level 4s you could play? Definitely, but this deck is kind of more in your face, and so you kind of need things that can remove things, but you're using Switch Hitter, so most of the time you're going into Lead Yoke or Nova Kaiser anyways. You could probably play another Nova Kaiser if you wanted to, maybe take out a Rebellion Dragon or a 101, or even take out the Maystroke. But for me, this is exactly what I need for my plays and to get rid of things that I need to get rid of in the game. So, overall, I think this is the best you're going to get for Battlin Boxers in this format. Some people might disagree, but I've had a lot of experience about Battlin Boxers. It is a deck that I know like the back of my hand. But let me know down below what you think, what you would change. And by the way, this is not a meta deck, so don't be like, well, if you're going to play this, you need to play this and this. This is just a fun deck, play against friends, maybe like after a tournament or during a tournament if you've already lost or you're out, to whip out a deck to just play against people for fun. That is all what this is. It's nothing more than that or less than that. So let me know down below, and I'll see you later, guys. Peace.
Damn.